Hey, what's going on? This is my review. I'm trying to keep a quick review of basically the Michelin Pilot Power 3 motorcycle tires. I'm a little tired. I just came in from riding out in the canyons. And these tires are about to come off soon. I've been trying to go to the out in the canyons as much as possible just to not waste money, use these tires up as much as possible before I change them, swap them out, and discard them. But before I do that, I'm going to do a final review on them. So I believe this is my fourth rear and my second front on these tires. I first bought these tires a few years ago before my skills improved. And now that I ride a lot more aggressive, not as fast as some, I have stepped up to A level at the track, but by no means am I like the fastest in A level or nothing like that. But I can run a decent pace. It's time to say goodbye to these tires for my riding style. One thing about me, I'll show you the chicken strip. There is no more chicken strip, so I actually got front and rear like completely to the edges everywhere on the track, on the street, etc., etc. So enough being said, I ride pretty aggressive, but not aggressive as some. It's a 600, so it's a lot more forgiving. I don't know how these tires will behave on a 1000, but so we'll start off. This is the second rear I have on to this front, and I have 2 track days on these tires, and the front is still in good condition. I probably got maybe another. It's hard to see; it's a little dark, but the front has about maybe 8,000 or 9,000 miles on it. It looks like it has another 1,000 or 2 miles to go. So, right now I'm just beating them up as hard as I can. And when I do ride, I am wanting to get heavy on the brakes in the front. Like, I'll try to speed up and then wait late to brake, or, stuff like that. But I try to, put a lot of trust in my tires. This rear has about, and sorry for the squeakiness, this is my old TCX boots. Whatever, but get a new set. But just bear with me. Yeah, so this is the rear. It got about maybe 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it. Tread is very, very decent. Sorry, I'm not gonna measure it, but yeah, it's still a lot. So I probably can get another 3,000 or 4,000 miles out of this rear. Mainly these tires. So to get to the review, I would say if you're riding aggressive, especially track like upper level B group or A group, definitely a no-go. If you're riding extremely aggressive in the canyons, I'm going to say if you're getting your tire all the way to the edge, like I am here, like all the way to the third wear, the third wear indicator or further, which is where I'm at. I would say definitely don't use these tires, because I like the throttle I like the throttle hard out the corners because I'm on a 600, and I'll throttle out of a corner in first gear, and I'll tell you why in a second. But these will move around on you. They'll let you know when you're at the limit. They just won't throw you off like that. They'll give you some warning first. They'll slip and slide, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like them for my riding style. Now, if I was just going to commute every day and occasionally use these when I went a little aggressive on maybe some simple roads, not necessarily in the canyons, this is a great tire. They last long, and they offer somewhat a bit of confidence. Not the best, but yeah. So that's my opinion. Now, if you're kind of novice or you're kind of working your way up and you slide to B group, this is probably a great tire. Actually, believe it or not, when they're new, like if you don't have any flat spots, they have a decent transition. They kind of fall in pretty good, assuming that your suspension is set up right. So it's a decent tire. It's just that it's not for the aggressive people like that ride really, really, really hard. And that's where I'm getting to more and more now. Again, I'm not fastest. I'm not the most aggressive. I've done one track day in A group, and I believe that's where I belong. When I was in that group, I was like, cool. I wasn't on these tires though. I was on these, and there is by no means. Sorry for the dark light, but if you see the tread, so you know exactly what tires they are. By no means is there a comparison. It's like night and day. And that's one of the reasons why, like I said, I can throttle out of the corner in first gear, because when I'm on those, I have no problems whatsoever. They just grab and go. So that's why. These, not so much. When I throttle out of some corners on these, I'll feel them spin. It won't throw me off. Well, actually, it did throw me off at one track session. They spun up and tossed me off because they got hot and greasy. Because I was pushing them hard. And, that's not what they do. But as far as longevity, it's a great tire. Again, adverse weather or wet weather, they do pretty decent. Warm-up time is, I don't have a lot of stuff compared to, so I'm going to say it's fair. I can get these pretty warm on, like, let's say if I'm going out riding to work in the morning, and let's just say it's like 50-something degrees, I can get my tires warm probably within a good half a mile. I could probably get them warm in a half a mile, assuming I'm not sitting at any stoplights or anything. I can get them, not like warm to the point where I can, get my knee down, but I can get them warm enough where, if I lean over and go, like, they'll grip no problem. So they don't get slippery. So that's my review. If you're looking for a great tire that's going to last long and you're not a super aggressive rider, like you're getting into the more faster paced lines and braking and things like that, but you're working your way up, I say this would be a good tire to go. But once you get to the upper echelon and start pushing it a little bit, this tire won't go. So that's my review, and that's the way I see these tires. So I'll be saying goodbye to them soon, and I'm debating for my next set, because most of my riding is probably going to be either in the cans or the track. So for the track, for the cans, I'm going to start using those. Track, I'm going to finish those off. But I'm going to get me a set of slicks to throw on my spare wheels. And then I'll get me a set of rain tires for the track as well. But anyway, for now, before this changes to my full track bike, the next set of tires, I'm trying to beat these up so I can get me a good set of tires so I can have some more fun in the canyons. I'm debating, should I go with a Q3 Plus, or most likely I'm gonna get a Q3 Plus. But I did some reading about the Pilot Power 2CTs, the old ones. I heard they're pretty decent, but I don't know. Like I've been riding on a Super Corsa now, and Super Corsa is great. Like, it got me spoiled. So one other thing I just want to say in passing, the contact patch, it doesn't give you that confidence that you feel you have a lot going on. Like, the front, it gives you feedback, but it seems like on my Super Corsas, it feel like the contact patch is just mammoth. Like, it's just there. On these, it feel like, all right, the tire feels planted, but it doesn't feel like you have a lot of room to play with. I guess it's kind of hard to explain. So I guess it's just the profile of the tire. Like, tipping and everything, like I said, is good. But when you got it leaned over on the edge, it feels stable and planted as long as you're not throttling hard on it. But it just feels like you don't have enough contact patch. That's the way I see it. So anyway, so yeah, that's me. If you look at this side, it's probably kind of hard to see, but yeah, I'm well past the third indicator mark. So my chicken strip ends basically right there. And on this side, sorry it's a little dark, you can't see it, but on the left side, there is none whatsoever. Like, there is no chicken strip. Like, it's completely all the way to the edge. Like, it's no chicken strip. So, in the front is similar. Well, on the street, well, I know when I had them at the track, it had snot bubbles all the way to the edge. And it's kind of hard to see it right now, but yeah, my my chicken strip is like basically like right here. So yeah, it's basically at the third line. That's where my chicken strip is. So if you can see like the third line, the third indicator, yeah, that's basically my chicken strip on both sides basically. So that's my review of the Michelin Pilot Power 3. Hope you enjoy it. Take care. Peace.